Hey guys, welcome to another fullnovazero Skyrim tutorial. I am Saul, and today I want to show you how to recharge your items, all of your magical items, in Skyrim. Basically, a lot of you are probably using these awesome little magical items that do a little extra damage, such as shock or fire, or steal health, or anything like that. And one of the things you'll notice right away is that as you're using it, let me get a better example here. As you're using it, there's this little indicator on the bottom right that indicates just how much of a charge there is on this. I believe on this bow, actually, I only get about 50 charges or so, and that's when it's fully charged. So I don't believe that's not very easy to just get one of these bows and then just replace it with some other bow going down the line. So there's a couple of different things I can do to recharge it, and basically what we need to do is get full soul gems. So usually the first thing that you're going to start with is using the soul trap spell, which is this one right here. On this, I'm going to just pull out the spell, charge it up, and then cast it on any sort of monster or anything like that, and then use whatever you can to kill it quickly. I think you only have about 7 or 8 seconds or so to actually kill it. But then once you do, it releases the soul, and it goes and fills one of your soul gems. Here, let me do it one more time just to demonstrate that. I believe I have soul gem favorited. Here it is. Okay, so I cast it on him, take him out, and then the soul is released and it fills up one of my soul gems. Now, if you don't have a lot of soul gems, or you don't have enough good soul gems, sometimes it will capture a soul and it'll tell you that you won't have a good, or basically you don't have a good enough soul gem to fill it. So make sure you always have a lot of really good soul gems. I recommend buying them once in a while if you see like grands or graders. And then if you do find black soul gems, I have to say never ever get rid of black soul gems. They're probably the most valuable in the game, just because you can cast your soul trap on humans and capture the souls that way. It'll go into black soul gems and black soul gems only. So that's sort of the basics to it. And I just wanted to show you one trick that I'm going to have to show you also how to make one of these. But what I like to do is I don't actually use that spell because it takes up a ton of magicka, and honestly I just think it's kind of cumbersome to have to use it. What I have is a bow and arrow that's made specifically for soul stealing. It has soul trap, and it already has its own magic meter. It doesn't use any of my magic or anything, and so all I have to really do is damage any sort of animal with this soul trap bow, and it'll automatically capture it. And it's almost kind of funny sometimes, because if you're like in a large area of monsters, you can just go around and just start stealing souls like crazy. And somehow, oh, no soul gem large enough. There you go. So that means that I have already filled up enough soul gems to the point that I don't have one that's big enough for this large moose over here. I'm assuming that's what it is. Oh no, it's an elk. Okay, looked a lot like a moose. But anyway, that's how to fill up your soul gems, and that of course is only the first step. So after you've done that, go over to your item screen, choose the weapon that you need to fill up, and in this case I do actually have a bow that I need to recharge. You can see it only has maybe 1 or 2 uses left. Now in the case of the Xbox, I'm actually on the, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm on the PC using an Xbox controller just because I like the feel of it. So what I have to do here is just press the RB button, and then use any of these soul gems to recharge it. But you can see that these soul gems that don't have a lot of, that they have like petty souls, common souls, that sort of thing, they're not actually going to recharge it that much. So in that case, I usually just, if I'm recharging something, just as a personal preference, I'll usually use all my really low weight petty soul gems to get them out of the way, because I really don't need them that bad, especially not for enchanting. So anyway, now I have a fully recharged glass bow, which does my absorb 8 points of health, and I actually crafted this myself. Crafted both the bow, improved it, and then also enchanted it to give me the 8 points of health, which honestly I haven't really sunk any points in enchanting, so it's not really that much. I could do much more, I believe. But I believe I had to use a grand or grand soul gem actually to get that amount, and it gave me about 54 uses, I believe. So it goes through it pretty quick. Now my soul gem or my soul trap bow, I don't really go through that very often. I think there's a good 200 uses on this thing before it'll go out. So I do highly recommend just getting a really good bow and then enchanting it to get soul trap. So I quickly wanted to show you guys just how to make one of those soul stealing arrows, or bows I should say. It's actually pretty easy, and I'm just using a table for an enchanting table, which I found in Dragon's Reach. It's usually the one I use. I already have a blank glass bow that I'm going to use. It's one that I just crafted actually, so we'll use that sort of as an example. So take this glass bow here. And the enchantment you're going to need is Soul Trap, obviously. Now, if you don't have Soul Trap, let me just back out of that real quick. You'll want to find something that does have Soul Trap and then disenchant it. So in the case of, you can see the one I'm using right now, I would be able to enchant this, but I already have this disenchant this, but I already have this skill, so it's saying that I don't actually need to do that right now. But this is pretty much what you need to do, is find some item or buy one or whatever that has the description, if target dies within whatever seconds, fill a soul gem. Now I'm going to go over to, I'm going to go back here. I got the glass bow selected. I got my soul trap selected. Now this you can adjust around a little bit. Personally, I don't think more than 3 seconds is really needed, especially because you're going to be one-hitting them anyway. So you can probably do like 3 or 4 seconds and get a ton of uses out of it, like 261 as you see right here. Confirm that, and then take it over to the soul gem, and then use any of these filled soul gems that you have, which if you don't have one yet, you can always buy one from a merchant or what have you, such as an arcanist merchant. And I recommend just using like a greater soul, grand soul even, just make sure that you have a good fill on that, and really the judge of that is the bar that shows up. So if I was to use like a lesser soul, you can see that it actually is going to fill it up a little bit less. So it doesn't even look like that much. So I could probably get away with a good common soul gem in that case. So after you've done that, just craft it, and now you've got a soul stealing bow. And that's pretty much it. So that is my quick tutorial on how to refill all of your magical items and how to steal souls. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all have a good one.